Hi, everyone. I'm Netta, and this is.
It's Mark. I'm this way.
Okay, there
No,
you
that
are.
way. Hey, good to
There
see
you
you.
are, Mark. Well, good to see you too. And I'm excited today to be talking about cloud and rapid time to market. So, first off, let me ask you, Mark, when it comes to private and public cloud and providing harmony, does it really make businesses more agile?
Well, I gotta tell you, when I see what's going on out there, I think there's a new cloud chaos that's out there. Of course, public cloud's been really hot this year, and I think for good reason. But the problem is, of course, these different cloud providers provide different services and different ways of provisioning applications. There's no standard way. And of course, so whilst cloud is this great thing, many things still get in our way, right?
Yeah, and I think absolutely. But when it comes to agility, it's a sort of a synonym to cloud, right? But it's not for everyone. We know through our enterprise cloud index that enterprises are moving workloads back on-prem for various reasons. And actually, major hyperscalers are starting to offer that same service, which is essentially HCI, right, Mark? It's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
sounding like HCI.
yeah. Well, I think they're different horses for different courses, of course, and that. But I think automation has to be one of the big agendas if we're going to talk time to value, right?
Yeah. And yeah, I mean, speaking about, I guess, time to market, and we know that faster time to market is faster revenue. So how fast is fast, Mark?
Well, we've got many of our customers who are able to deploy infrastructure. And I mean, I'm sure you're going to think this is just the marketing hoopla, but 10 times faster with typically about 20% fewer, 20% the proportion of the people it takes to normally deploy. And why is that? Well, essentially you're able to run and maintain everything from a single screen. So life is a lot easier. When you've got harmony and you're able to deploy and run things in a consistent way across different clouds, life's good.
Yeah, I mean, and we know that with traditional IT infrastructure, right? It can take weeks to provision, procure applications, but it's taking minutes. And not only the 10x faster, more performance and efficiency, but even 20% faster application development because product life cycles are shortened.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's new products, that's new innovation, getting to the market faster.
so that's why automation's so key, right? Because we really get into the three key areas of automation: provisioning, self-service, and of course containers, which are the common way modern web applications are getting deployed today. So with provisioning, we need to think about now, how can we find a standardized way if we're going to say, look, we want a new database out there. If we could find a standard way that made that database deployment work as equally and as effectively across AWS, Azure, as well as it does in your data center, life's good.
On to the second buzzword of the year, most likely in a couple of years, is digital transformation. So for speed and success and to achieve digital transformation, which cloud is best? People are asking that question, right?
Yeah, but that reminds me of the old phrase, how long is a piece of string? There's no right or wrong answer. It really depends. And the answer is it depends. Of course, there are going to be certain things that you're going to be looking at, of course. So what is the shape of the application in terms of, does it need to be able to scale and expand with differing requirements? If so, you might want to look at public cloud. Is performance a priority? Are there compliance things that you need to be considering about in terms of where data resides? And then, of course, cost. Sometimes it's cheaper to put an application in a public cloud, and sometimes not. But if you can have a standardized environment to run all of this, life's good.
So absolutely, Mark, I couldn't agree more. And I think it's really important to choose a vendor that is right for you throughout this journey. And you don't invest in a Lamborghini without taking it out for a spin. And luckily Nutanix has that. We have something called Test Drive, which allows you to experience our software. Thousands of customers have started with this. You don't need any hardware. You need no setup and no cost. And you can take it out for a spin today.
You got yourself a Lamborghini?
I'm gonna invest in one.
Ah, cool.
Lastly, Mark, I guess the last question is, what can be done to accelerate and simplify app development? And does it build us a competitive advantage?
Yeah, well, most developers want a sandbox in which to play. And, typically the way that's been done is to go and find some capacity in public cloud. But now with this unified approach that Nutanix provides, we can switch on. We can provide that flexibility, those options, with all the services that you enjoy from your private cloud environment within that sandbox environment. So you don't have to go off-piste. You can have all the benefits of off-piste on the ski slope itself.
Let's close off with, I guess, 3 words that are important to any leader of an organization, which is save, invest, or innovate. In my opinion, I think we can do all 3, but what's your thoughts on that?
I'm with you on that. Traditional 3-tier architecture is not only costing more to run and maintain, but it's slowing us up. It hasn't offered us the scalability that we've needed this past year. In 2020, we've had lots of different parts of the organizations having to adjust, and it's not helpful when our IT environment doesn't adjust with us. So I think we can save a lot of money there. What about investing?
I think investing in the future of your business will at some point include cloud. It's going to include a cloud strategy. That's my opinion on where to invest. And I think innovate, like you mentioned, Mark, earlier, you free up time, you free up the time of the IT heroes in your organization, and a lot can be done.
Well, so I think if you address save and invest, it's going to put aside the resources that you need and the budget that you need to really innovate. In fact, I think if you address number 1 and number 2 right, number 3 starts to really get the attention and the focus that it deserves.
Absolutely.
All right, Nada, that's enough cloud. I think your husband has probably done you well by staying in the room behind you, isn't it? It's probably time to let him out, right?
I was thinking of keeping him in for a little bit longer. Our secret, Mark.
You are so mean. Hey, see you later.
See you later. Goodness.